All right, I am here getting ready to show how I do my candied yams. Recipe actually comes from my mother-in-law, Maggie Shepherd. Hey, Alicia. So I'm just clearing stuff because I'm also making a sweet potato cake. I just took my sweet potato pound cake out of the oven, so I'm letting that cool off, and then I'm gonna flip that, and I have a brown butter glaze that's gonna go on top of that. The sweet potato cake, I am working on that, so I'm multitasking. So I got that to the side, and I'm doing this video to share the candied yams. So I take my potatoes and I boil them whole. I do this because it's just quick and easy, as opposed to like peeling them beforehand and then putting them in a pot of water to boil. It's easier just to boil it whole without peeling, because when they're done, you'll know they're done because when you go to try to take them out of the pot, they literally peel on their own. So as you can see, this is peeling, and sometimes you'll get parts of it that just didn't get as soft, so you got to tug at it a little bit, but see how easily that's peeling off? So, peel. Hopefully I can edit this video and fast forward this, but if not, you're just going to watch me peel. So that's one big potato, and all of my potatoes are fairly big. Let me wash my hands. I'm sharing this video on the candied yams. So I did a bunch of yams because I knew I was making these two sweet potato cakes. So these are the sweet potatoes that I boiled. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4. See this big one? 5, that's a big one. And these real big ones I got from the farmer's market right around the corner from my house. The ones that are smaller are probably from the grocery store, like this one is from the grocery store. These real big ones, I like to get real big ones because you'll find out in a minute when I start to slice it up. Sorry for the poor video. So there we go. I just want to make sure that you can see this. Got my brown sugar. Everything that I'm using for the candied yams, I'm pretty much using it for the cake as well. So I got everything out. All right, so peel. I apologize in advance if when I send you this video, if I'm not able to fast forward past me peeling, but I'll see if I can edit. So you're getting the video of me peeling, so you're getting to see all of this. I could have just started recording once they were peeled, but you wouldn't have known about how they would look when they're boiled. And by the way, I boiled these last night. Normally when I make my candy yams, I do everything fresh right then and there, but I had a lot of other stuff I was preparing yesterday, so that is why I'm working on these now. And I usually like doing this the night before because it can sit in the oven as long as you want, so it can get nice and gooey and all the sugars get all cooked into the yams real good. But it's going on 2 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day. We're supposed to be eating dinner at 3. So that means I just have less than an hour to get these cooked. So I'm going to definitely have these stay in the oven as long as possible, because I like for it to stay in the oven. Like I said, the longer it stays in the oven, it gets to cook. All those sugars get all gooey. The sweet potatoes get all soft and sweet. And with the butter and everything. All right. I love this one. This is a perfect one for cutting. Woo. That's also why I like the real big ones, because they're easier to cut. And like I said, I make mine like my mother-in-law. She would cut hers into beautiful slices. Oh, and I forgot, I need some of this. I need another half cup of sweet potato puree. So I'm gonna take some of this to put with the cake. Now, when you boil your sweet potatoes, like I said, if you don't flip it, the potatoes, when they're in the pot, you might have like one side of it a little harder, and that's what happened with this one right here. This side is harder, but it still works out okay, because when you go to slice the sweet potatoes or yams, I like to slice mine on the long end. Horizontally, I guess. When it's a little firm, it sometimes makes it easy. When they're too soft, your cuts aren't going to look perfect. But it's okay, because when it's all in the pan, don't nobody care about it looking perfect. Let me throw all this away. I don't know if you can even hear me in this video, because I got the TV playing in the background, and I'm trying not to talk too loud. So, this one, and don't worry about all the stringiness. When it cooks down, like I said, the longer it cooks, the longer those fibers, I think, to me, they break down. The longer it cooks, so it's not so much of a problem. My children didn't care for sweet potatoes growing up because of the stringiness. So when I'm peeling it like this, I usually you can't really do too much about the fibers, the stringiness. But if you can get some of it without messing up your potato, that's good. And this is the last one. So peel. Okay. Last one. And I might use that one. The last one I did, because I need the sweet potato to be a little soft. I think I'm going to use this one. The dog is following me around. I'm going to use this one for my cake. So I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. So, excuse me while I clean my hands. Hold on. And I'm back. So I got my sharp knife, and I'm going to take this big one. Now, normally I'd have it down on the table, on the counter, but just so you can see how nicely that slices. So I do mine maybe no more than that thick. You can see. So about an inch, maybe 2 inches. But really it's your preference. I just don't do mine super, super thick. And see, that one's not perfect. Because the thinner it is, I think the sugars and syrup get all in there. And it's nice and soft. I like mine to be more on the soft, gooey, tender side. So I'm going to keep slicing this carefully. And let me pick up my phone so you can see how it looks. Hands are gonna be messy. Sorry. So see, let me flip that. So I would keep doing that until I have it, you know, the first layer. So I'm gonna hurry. I'm gonna put the camera down. And whoop, sorry, my hands are a mess. Okay. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna slice so you can see at least the first layer. All right. And Turbo's sitting here watching me like, who is she talking to?
I really hope that I learned the most from Aaron and Rob is time management. That is the weakest skill I have in the
I'm
kitchen.
sending this to cousin Alicia.
But I'm feeling confident. I've got lots of batter in the cake pans, and I'm ready to move on and start working on my buttercream.
My sous chef watching, he's waiting for something to hit the floor. Okay, so back to this. All right, now, just about done. I have never cooked the potatoes ahead of time and then cut them the next day, but it's not so bad. I thought it was gonna not work out the same, but the only difference is that it's just not hot. Normally it would be scorching hot, almost too hot to cut, but this is good. You probably, again, today is Thursday, Thanksgiving, so you might have did all of this the day before, but yeah, this isn't so bad at all. I can cut it easily. So another difference is that the butter is just not going to be all melty when I do the layer of butter. So I am hurrying here so you can at least see the first layer. I'll let you see in a second how far I've gotten. 1 second. I'm moving these potatoes out the way. So sorry, I am not in the camera. Okay, so far I have my first layer almost done. I'm using a bigger pan, so it's just taking a little longer. That's all good. Okay, so I'm slicing. Again, can't really see, but just like I did with that first one, I'm on the maybe third potato. And I'm moving quickly, but it's still slicing nicely. See, it look like sweet potato steaks. I like the longer pieces to be kind of in the middle. I'll show you. See these longer pieces? That one is thicker and not quite as that 1 inch thickness as that one, but it's gonna be at the bottom, so well. This first layer is okay. That it's not perfect. And I'm just filling it in, just filling it in. Got the first layer going down. Oh, well, we don't have anything to cover that. Yay, there we go. So, as you see, I'm trying to just cover this first layer, cover all of the bottom, but it's all good. There. All right. See that? Now, I gotta set the camera down because I need to grab the ingredients. So I have some butter out. Got the oven on. I need more butter. I need a lot more butter. And I'm grabbing syrup. Recently, I've been using syrup in mine. Honey works better, my preference, but again, I'm making these 2 cakes, and the second cake I'm making, the icing requires, I think the icing calls, no, that's the glaze, the butter glaze, honey butter glaze requires honey for the bundt cake, so I would use this honey, but I think I need all of this, so syrup works just as good, don't matter what brand. Got Log Cabin and Milling Company. So I'm gonna start with, I usually do like the seasonings. So I'm gonna start with my cinnamon and, sorry, see how much I'm putting on. Again, this is the first layer, doesn't have to be as spectacular. I really go all out on like the second. This, I might even get 3 layers because I got all these sweet potatoes. But first layer, I'm gonna use also, I just found some pumpkin pie spice. So sprinkling that on too. I didn't put as much because I only have a little bit. I'm gonna save this for maybe the top. I like to go all out, like I said, on the top. Allspice, I'm probably gonna pass on that. This is vanilla and I have almond, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm putting all of the dry seasonings out of the kitchen. Out. Putting all these in first. So this is nutmeg. I love nutmeg. Nutmeg, I think, is kind of like the little secret. Gives it that special. Nutmeg is good with anything. That's always like, anytime I eat something and I can tell it's something in it, but I can't put my finger on it, it's usually nutmeg. So, let's see, put the allspice to the side. Brown sugar, that's what I was looking for. Okay. So, I am not going to tell you how much to do, just because, again, preference. I think I may have said it one time, do like, I don't know, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of nutmeg, but I just coat it until it looks like this. So that's why I'm doing this video, so you can see. You see the variation. I didn't get it so much right there on that sweet potato in the corner, because again, this is the bottom layer, so we don't care too much how that looks. But the brown sugar, normally I put it in my hand and I sprinkle it, but I'm holding the camera. I'm holding my phone with one hand, so I gotta do this one-handed. So I'm sprinkling, and a lot more is gonna come out than I want. That's okay, because I'm going to use my fingers once I set the phone down and spread it around nicely. So that looks like a whole lot, right? And that's okay. Set that down. As you see, the counter looks like this. This is what I'm working with. So that's why this video looks a little woohoo. Alright. Because we've been busy this morning. We had breakfast. And I'm making these desserts. So I got stuff everywhere. It didn't look like this last night. Okay. But I was busy doing other things. I couldn't get to my candy yams. So anyway, see, that's about how much sugar. And the fact that this is just the first layer, this is going to be good. It's going to be nice and sweet. And this video is 21 minutes. So I may stop it. So I'm able to send it to you. So I'm going to stop and then I'll start again.